All right, here we go. Back at it again, getting you ready for more action coming up this weekend. We're going to focus in on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Lots coming your way. Let's jump into it. First up on the docket is a graded stakes event coming up on Saturday. It is the Grade 2 Sands Point Stakes, 1 mile and an eighth on the turf course. It'll be race number 7 on the card on that day. All right, so take a look at what we're working with here, right? You go to the inside with Boca Queen. The thing about this race is there are not a lot of runners who have two-turn experience or a mile and an eighth experience. And so you're going to end up with a situation where you probably might have a little bit of pace on the front end, although there's not a lot of wicked speed in here. Fast Market's got some speed, probably going to be forwardly placed. The 3, Winfinity, deep closer, and has really improved since they stretched out on the turf last 2 times out. So I do expect her to be moving late. But Griselda is probably going to be your favorite. That's the 4 in here, Chad Brown with Flavian Pratt. European experience, has 2 starts here in North America, including a victory first time over the track at Saratoga. So that filly will most likely be the favorite. Pretty Picture has speed. And Paradise City on the, as they continue to stretch out, has some speed. Decadent, I don't know. But in this situation, I'm looking for kind of a combination of the early speed and showing that you've already been able to handle the 2 turns on the turf. And when it comes to that, Ready for Candy is the top choice. Ricardo Santana does a great job. Take a look at what's happening with this runner. I just like the experience that she has and how she's responded. Now, you look at that maiden performance where she set the pace, going 1 mile and an eighth and carried it all the way around, winning by 7 lengths. I don't expect that to happen coming up on Saturday. But I do expect Ready for Candy to be close enough. I don't expect her to dictate the pace, but being close will put her right in that perfect spot. I think she's going to be right there when they turn for home. Just got to make sure she can hold off Griselda and Winfinity, and I think she can. Ready for Candy, number 5, your selection in race number 7, the Grade 2 Sands Point Stakes, Saturday at Belmont. From there, we'll go to Sunday at Belmont. There's another nice race. There's like 3 stakes races at the end of the card on Sunday, but this is the one that I like the best. It's going to be race number 9, the final race on the card. Sure, you'll get some scratches. Those main track only entrants won't get in to the Autumn Days Stakes. So you probably have a field, let's say, of 9 or 10 runners, right? So as we look at these runners, we're thinking, okay, our distance here is 6 furlongs on the outer turf. Jahani to the inside. I'm not quite sure if she prefers to go further, but she's turning back in distance. That might help. Ready to Jam. I think this is her distance, and she will be forwardly placed. Do-Gooder has speed. Riley's Redemption, could press. Truth and Beauty definitely has some speed. Life, Love, and Laughter wants to be forwardly placed. Don't Look Back at All will sit back and try to close. Tupi also has some speed. Cavalier Cupid, when we get to the 10 there, is a deep closer, and then main track only runners to the outside. So what I see in here is a very balanced field. There's enough of everything. And so all I'm hoping for is, I've said this before, there are 2 riders that I think are kind of the same, not in their skill level or even their experience, but just the way they go through ups and downs and how you sometimes just can't catch them, one more so than the other. I'm talking about Hall of Famer Kent DeSormo and future Hall of Famer Joel Rosario. And so I take chances on those jockeys depending upon how I feel, not only their horse looks, but how I think they're going to be when they make decisions. And I think Joel is back to being Joel. He's always going to make interesting decisions as far as when he takes a horse back and when he makes the move. But when he's in rhythm, you can't stop him. I think Danse Macabre for Miguel Clement and Joel Rosario will be in a great spot. I just throw that situation out from Kentucky Downs. It's really hard to compete there for some horses, so I'm going to go ahead and give this mare a pass on that one. I look at what she's been able to do at other tracks. I think she's very consistent. I think she'll have something to run at, and I think Joel will put her in the right spot. The only question is she good enough? And I think we'll get some value on her. So that's where we're going to go. The number 4, Danse Macabre, in the Autumn Days Stakes. That's going to be coming up on Sunday, the Belmont meeting at Aqueduct. And then we're going to talk about what's happening Friday. So we have a play of the day Friday coming up from Santa Anita. And here's a situation where, I looked up and down the field. I'm like, wait a minute, they're going 6.5 furlongs on the turf, and there's really no speed in the race. So I believe that somebody might be able to get away. Now, there are two horses that have maybe a little bit. There's a horse to the inside, the number 1 horse, Hector Barrios is going to be riding that one. Kind of does have, but not like speed, but has some early placement speed. But I really believe that the horse that is going to be just to the outside of them, Cultural, this is the horse that I think can get away from the field. 8-1 on the morning line for Michael McCarthy. And so there's a couple of reasons why I think we'll get added value. But I also am worried that everyone will see what happened in the debut. That debut, sure, it was maiden claiming event, 32,000 tag. They didn't really break on top, but then they immediately got to the lead. And that's what I liked, and that it's kept on going. Now, that second start, things didn't go well. And, you know, with all due respect, Umberto Rispoli is not an assertive send rider. He's just not. Other riders make it a point to, I'm going to get out of the gate on top. He's never done that. So I'm going to go ahead and blame him for that. But I love what Michael McCarthy does as a trainer. Look at that series of drills after that race on August 22nd. Bullet, 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 bullet. Working great. Now they put the blinkers on. You know they're going to go. Question is, can anybody go with them? Maybe the inside horse, but I doubt it. So it's the 5, Cultural. That's going to be the play of the day on Friday. It's race number 4 at Santa Anita, going 6.5 furlongs on the turf course. I doubt we'll get the 8-1 because if I can see it, other folks can see it too. But I think we'll still get enough value. I still think we'll get 5-1, maybe 9-2 when it's all said and done. All right, there you go. That's what we're working with. Friday play of the day, Saturday action Belmont, Sunday action Belmont, and that'll get us going through the weekend. All right, in the meantime, in between time, until next time, we'll see you here on Horse Race Bets. I'm Ken Rudolph. Hey, good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.